Hi everyone, Air here, and we are continuing the exploration of the Hamilton musical. I am so in love with every single one of these songs from Lin-Manuel, from all of the artists. You guys are phenomenal, and I get to explore probably one of the most popular songs on the entire track on both discs in the entire play. And this time it is Helpless. This is the song that just gives you goosebumps all over. It's that song that warms your heart and gives you hope. And it just has this touch of just lightness, whereas a lot of this story is so dark and it's very much a beauty mark when it comes to how it got implanted in such a, crazy story overall, and how Lin-Manuel was able to create light out of a dark moment. I appreciate that. As a survivor thriver of human trafficking, I was actually receiving a comment earlier today where I should probably change what I say. And it's so amazing because that just tells you how influential this podcast is already becoming. Is we just now came out with 10 episodes maybe a few days ago, and we're getting comments saying, hey, let's actually change the narrative here. Let's change a couple of words. So, a lot of people know human trafficking victims. And if you are like, whoa, where did that come from? Well, the name of this podcast is called Stay Alive. And it is very much an exploration of the Hamilton musical, but it's also how it is parallel or connects to human trafficking in modern day United States. So, counteracting the slavery that a lot of individuals suffer through, not only in the United States, but also the entire globe. And also, it is a personal account where I, as a survivor, I'm about to change that word, just hang on, actually tell you how it relates to this horrific crime, how to get involved in the fight, awareness, rehabilitation of victims of human trafficking, and really see it through a different lens. Okay, come back with me. I was told today that we often address it as human trafficking victims. And what I would count as now, according to this person tuning in, reached out of nowhere. They said, hey, Thriver is great. Keep with Thriver if that resonates with you, but also think Victor. And that just blew my mind. It was amazing to hear that from somebody, especially since they haven't picked up my book yet. They just bought it today. They haven't actually read my story. If you're interested in that, it's Model Stop Traffic. You can find it on Amazon or pretty much anywhere. It's pretty popular at this point. But nonetheless, what's more important is I want to start calling those individuals, including myself, that have been able to overcome this crime victors, because you actually came out victorious. You survived unbeatable precedents. And I am so proud of you for staying alive and going forward. You are definitely not helpless. And that brings us back to a little bit of a segue with this song. This is probably the lightest song that I know on the track, but it comes with this kind of sweet energy of Eliza just falling in love with Hamilton, falling in love with his mission, his journey, and just feeling like she's getting swept away. And this is where I want to relate it to just women and women's innocence, especially whenever you're young and you're bright-eyed and you just haven't seen the darkness of the world yet. This innocence needs to be protected and cherished. And this is where a lot of the healthy masculines in my life really step up as like guardians to these women and guardians to any exploitation that happens in the world. So this is going to be parallel to human trafficking in the sense of we don't just need women to speak about these things. We need men to speak about these things as well. We need the healthy masculine. I today am surrounded by so many wonderful, healthy, masculine individuals that stand up whenever they see injustice. And I am proud to say that I have friends like that. I have a partner like that. I have my, like, just so many friends, partners, family, you name it, even just acquaintances that know that these things are wrong and that we need to do something about them. So super proud and thankful for my guardians of just innocence and light and feminine energy. This song is so catchy. And, even like the second verse is trying to catch your eye from the side of the ballroom. We've all been there. We've all been like, oh my goodness, that crutch is so cute, so precious. I just want them in my life. I want to hold them and cuddle them. And that's so beautiful. And that's the way love should be. That's a very, you know, giddy type of love. And I know that doesn't last forever and you go into more of a peaceful, calm love. But nonetheless, like, you don't get to have that if you're being exploited or taken advantage of. That is why it's so important to protect it. And just feeling like you're getting carried away, you're introducing them to your family. Like, this is the dream. This is what everybody that decided one day they wanted to get married and have children, this is what they're wishing for, they're praying for. And it's scary. It's scary to think that, you may not, you know, actually get it or it's too good to be true. But even worse, if you don't even get the chance to have that because your life is in bondage in a different type of way. So this is the type of offering that we get to give human trafficking victims whenever we give them a new lease on life, a new chance to become victorious, become victors. And this is something that was given to me when I was given a new lease on life, when I was given the opportunity to go and create something, create this podcast, create my books, create the brand, the nonprofit, everything. And this is the type of relationship I get to have now. I have a beautiful, wonderful relationship. And that's because somebody thought of me and thought of me in the way of we had to do something about this. We had to help this individual. And not just me as in heir, but me as in all of the victims of these crimes. So I am just so giddy over here thinking about it, thinking about her wedding day, and she's feeling helpless because she's just so swept away. But it's a good type of surrender. It's not the bad type of forceful surrender. And, he's mine, that boy is mine. Look into your eyes, and the sky's the limit. I love it. I love a good air reference. So going all into this, it's just, he loves her just as much back. And you can say what you will for the rest of the play, but at least in the very beginning, you could just tell that she deserves this. Like, Eliza really deserves a faithful, amazing chance, opportunity to be in love. And not only in the hardest city in the world, in New York, but just in general. And every single woman that wants to get married one day or have children or a family deserves the opportunity to have that, and especially have that knowing that she's not at risk of becoming exploited or a human trafficking victim. So there you go. That's my best shot. And I don't feel helpless. I feel pretty powerful.